This is my 2003 Honda Elite 80 with 1,231 miles. And been sitting for 13 years. It was the last time this thing had a tag on it. Bought it off Craigslist a couple days ago. And I got the tank, trying to get rust out of the tank, and using the Metal Rescue on that project. The outside of the tank looks great. The inside not so much. It ran good for a few minutes. So next I'll be taking the carburetor off and cleaning it. I got the battery box out, and the seat off, and all the plastic off. And I wasn't going to do a video, but it kind of got in a little more than I wanted to. So here's the wires for the fuel sending unit. 3 color-coded wires. Got a new taillight section lens coming off eBay. So I wasn't going to do a video when we were getting this thing running, but then I decided, yeah, I might as well. So I used Metal Rescue rust remover bath on my fuel tank. It even says motorcycle approved. And now I'm going to see what it looks like. So yesterday, about 5:30 p.m., I put this rust remover in my tank. I had some rust on the gas cap, and there's no rust there now. Looks pretty good. Right before I put this in there, I rinsed my tank out with a water hose, and it had a lot of rust in it. A lot of carburetor stopping rust coming out of it now. You can see that fuel filter right there. It was brand new, and it's just filthy. There ain't no rust down in there. This tank's been sitting for 13 years without the gas drained out of it. You see?
Yeah. Looks much better. Look at that.
You can see around the edges, there ain't no rust. Looks brand new. I had to rinse it out with gas, but basically do what it's supposed to do. Look at them pliers. This fuel sending unit has a lot of rust on it. All over it. The electrical part was filthy with rust. There was rust all over this. And there's no signs of rust on it now. There's a clean spot on the rag. You can see just a little gray coming off. Well, basically it looks brand new. Look down in this section of the tank. Let's see.
Yeah.
See some crud down there on the bottom. Right in that corner. Let's see that flathead screwdriver. That stuff just peels right off. there's some flakes that are stuck. Down in there, if I just touch them with this screwdriver, they come right off. So I had this stuff. This is a 1.3 gallon tank. I put 1 gallon of rust remover in here and filled the rest of it completely up with water. So I've cut the strength of this stuff just a little bit, and everything that's left in there I can just touch and it flakes right off without any scratching or anything. Right in this corner here. Alright, this time I'm going to put some more rust remover in there with a few nuts and bolts. Let's see if I can get that little bit of last little bit of scale off there. Alright, so there's just a little bit of rust, barely a little bit, stuck on the bottom. And to make sure I get it all out, I'm going to put more of this Metal Rescue in here. And some 1/4-20 bolts and washers. Seal it back up. shake that stuff out. So I got the tank clean. Look in there and see that it's pretty clean. I need to rinse it out just a little bit. So I used Metal Rescue. This part here was pretty rusty. That rod had a lot of rust on it. That part there had a lot of rust on it. And electronics had corrosion and rust. You can see it moves freely. That gasket looks fine. So I dipped this tank for about 18 hours. And I used 1 gallon of Metal Rescue and 2.5 16-ounce water bottles and added that water to the Metal Rescue, and then rinsed it out with more Metal Rescue, and had a little corrosion in there, so I added that bucket of bolts and nuts and washers and shook it around, and then shook all them out. So I'm real happy with the tank. I'll rinse it out one more time with a little bit of gasoline before I reinstall it. And so I'm pretty satisfied with the Metal Rescue.